Hello inflatable fans, I hope you're all well. I'm just at the point of finishing the Great Glen Canoe Trail. We've been doing it over 5 days in inflatable boats, and I just wanted to go over a couple of points that nobody really talks about in their videos of the Great Glen Canoe Trail. So the first one is often when you're, it's predominantly on the locks. So we were on Loch Lochy, and as you head to the widest point of it, we cut straight across from like one peninsula, if you like, to another. And as we were kind of in the middle of that and heading across, this storm front just came right over the mountain. We couldn't see it coming, came right over the mountain, and it got really tricky. We could have just drifted across to the other side, but we turned into it to get into the shelter because we needed to be on the left hand side where we were camping. It was really daunting because it was just really hard work because we just had all this weather beating in our face and the waves whipped up and it wasn't particularly pleasant. So that's just something to be aware of, how quickly the weather fronts can change when you're doing this. And then on Loch Ness. Now, I'm going to tell you something that I've not heard anybody say. Boring as fuck. I don't mean totally boring. What I mean is it's very monotonous because it's so vast from one side to the other that the scenery hardly changes and you just don't feel like you're getting anywhere at times. And yesterday on our paddle it was really bad because we had a strong wind in our face, strong northerly wind. We were pounding into the swell. I'll show you some footage, and it was really hard work. We did 9 miles yesterday on Loch Ness in around 6 hours, which isn't much. We generally average about 3 to 4 miles an hour. That day 1 to 1.5 miles an hour. And just to give you some indication, the last stretch, so we stopped in some shelter and just decided to rest and hunker down for the night, and it was 2 miles to Dora's, where we were going to stay. In that 2 miles this morning took us 40 minutes because we were doing about 3.5 miles an hour. Yesterday that would have taken nearly 2 hours. So it's just things to be aware of if you're going to do the Great Glen Canoe Trail. The Loch Ness, yes, it's epic, but by hell, when you're on it, it can be a slog. The first day on there was pretty cool actually, because we were surfing the waves, it was behind us, it was great. But even then, it's still a slow, nothing changes. It's very monotonous. It takes ages to get past anything, you're just looking at the same thing all the time. So it can be a bit draining. Just like you might want to be aware of that. But we've had a cracking time. We're just approaching Inverness now. Anyway, thanks for watching. You know what to do if you like my videos, in terms of liking, subscribing, blah blah blah. You take care of yourself. Cheerio.